Hello everybody, and welcome back to Infinity Evolve Skyblock. How are you doing today? I hope that you are well. I am. We are here. Today is the day I've been dreading. Sort of. At least for now. We're going to get working on nuclear reactors from IC2. These things I've never used. They're gone. So I don't know entirely what I am doing. Now I have went and done a little bit of research. Hopefully I've done enough research, because these things can be a pain. We don't maintain it, keep up with it, it's going to blow a world up. But first, before we start that, it was mentioned in the comments last episode of what may have been our problem with our silverwoods. We're going to check that out first. I'm going to kill off all these things. Alright, they are gone. It is peaceful once again. I heard another cow. Where's it at? Oh. Bye, Felicia. Alright, so we are not making any mana right this minute. So what was said was that it could have been the endo flame sucking up the silverwood as soon as it changed. So we're going to test that theory and try it out. So we need one of those, and it's not going to go in there. That's the only thing I hate about using this thing. But it does save us from creating a bunch of bad stuff in the world. So let's go ahead and get rid of whatever's left in here, and let us see. Alright, yep, that's what it was. So the only thing is that gives us 2, and if we do it here, we get 4. So while that way does actually work, I think we'll probably just go ahead and stick with doing it inside of our arcane workbench. These should all be connected. They are. Sweet. So in between episodes here, since we're over here looking at this stuff, I have made a mana tablet. Try to store up a little bit of mana, and then we're going to completely do a new setup. We're going to do our mana generation downstairs and have a 1 mana pool up here to do everything with. So that will be coming up here pretty soon. So, but for today, let us get into what we are going to be working on. Probably going to get the nuclear reactor set up today. I don't know if we're going to get them turned on completely or not, because I want something other than these to store the power. So we will be looking at some capacitor banks, since we can now make all of our alloys to store all the power. So let me clean up my inventory, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Now I have went ahead and done up quite a bit of some of the stuff that we are going to need for this today. The only thing I am missing is rubber, and we've got quite a bit of it up there. So reactor. This is going to be a lot of crafting, because we've got to make one of these. We've got to make a bunch of these. we'll probably go ahead and see about making a couple of these. I want to wind up getting 3 or 4 of these set up. Wait. Oh. I didn't know we could make those. Oh. I wonder what we can use. I need to look that up and see what it is that we can use to generate power with. Because we can make uranium. That's easy. All this stuff is easy to do. I tell you what. We've still got to do. We'll worry about that later. So we've got to make these 2. Then we got to make a bunch of these reactor heat chambers, which is a bunch of copper plates. And a bunch of these heat exchangers, which is a bunch of tin plates. I don't know. I've got enough stuff crafted at least to do one of these. Probably wind up doing the rest of it offline. So, but then we also got to make a bunch of these heat vents, which is electric motor, which is all this stuff. Like I said, we've got a lot of crafting to do. So, first things first, let's get this reactor set up. We need dense lead plates. We need 4 of them. So 4 and 9 is 36-ish. So let's get those going. Easy enough. Advanced circuit. We should have... Let's go ahead and make a handful of these because we're going to need them anyways. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, we are probably going to wind up having to pause this at some point or the other to let our power catch back up. Because this is going to drain through some power. Where is our... So this is our output. Alright. So, oh, nope, wait, yeah. Let's get those out of there. Alright, our next bit. So we've got that going on. We need to make a generator, which is easy enough. Did I not make... I thought I still had one. There is that. We need one of those, which I don't know if I've got any of those cables left. I don't think I do. Oh, I so need to get everything. Once we get this power situated, you get the power set up and going, life is going to be a whole lot easier. I can get some more machines set up. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, might as well go ahead and get a few of those. So there is that and that. And we needed one of those. Oh, no, we need 2 of them. We'll be able to get a lot more machines going. And we can move on about our business. Oh, I don't have any iron plates. Let's just go ahead and get them all. Alright, that's done. 6 is good enough for now. I need capacitors. I just seen them. Oh, did I not have any of those left over? I do. Man, I tell you what, you'd think we were ready for this almost. It's one of the... Alright, fine. Don't do it. I'm probably missing whatever's supposed to be in the middle, which is... yeah. One of those. Beautiful. Advanced circuit. So now we need to make some of these. Basic machine casings. I'm going to need a lot more than what I got there, probably. Not to get one set up. Alright. Yeah, we are going to need, because we're going to need 3, and we're going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should probably put a few more of these on. To go. So we'll throw that in there, and we'll throw that in there. That should start, because I have it selected. It does. Alright. So now we need our lead plates. And boom. We've got those. We are waiting on these. And what else do we need for this? I think that's it. Boom. We've got a reactor. Now, I need to get that. Come on, give me one more. We're going to need a lever. Stick. Cobblestone. I've never understood why you put the stone on the bottom and the wood on top, but when you make it, it looks the other way around. Never understood that. One. Really? Let's sleep. As you can see, I've left this thing running all night. Again, we are getting... our ore situation is good, but it's not great because I still got a bunch of stuff that I need to get processed. I've been working on it. We got to find... I want to find another way of doing it. Let's see here. Turn that off. Alright, we should have our one more again. Oh. Duh. Really? Wait a minute. Did I have enough of those in my inventory the whole time? I'm gonna bet I did. Alright. We've got our setup here. Let's go ahead and stop that. So that is... this thing drains our power probably more than anything else is that we've got. Let's go downstairs. We're going to set this up down... we'll set it up over here. I think we can do this and keep it safe and not have to worry about anything. So, set that there. We want to put that on top of it. And place these all around it. And if we right click it, we've got this whole bit of space right here that we've got to get done up. Now, throttled output by 50 cents. Oh, in EU mode. Alright, so now we've got to make a bunch of these two things. Heat exchanger. I said, not too bad to make. Reactor vents, a little bit harder to make, but not that bad. And we've also got to get one more machine set up. So let us work on that. Because before we can power this thing, we need this solid cannon machine. Which is 10 and extruding. So we need 2 of those. We need a basic machine frame and another one of those. Probably should have just went ahead and made all those. We're going to need them eventually. So there is that. There is that. And oh, I need one more. Said we were going to do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Starting to learn some of these recipes now, especially the ones that I have not messed with before. There's our 2 cans. So we now should be able to make this thing. Boom. And for now, we will go ahead and just set it down here with the rest of our machines. Get one of those, and we've got one more of those. That's getting power. So we should be able to make our plutonium. Let's see, we need 6 of these. And 1, 2, 3 of those. I think this is the right recipe. So now with this enriched uranium fuel, we can use it to make our fuel rods. We can use these fuel rods to make more fuel rods. We're going to be making the quad fuel rods more fuel rods you put in, the bigger the fuel rods you put in, the more power you can get out of this thing. So, boom, we've got that. Alright. In here, you're going to work, right? Or do I have to put something else in here with you? I got to put something else in there with it. Duh. Uses. We need fuel rods, which is iron plates and extruding. I was not ready for that. Oh, we're going to need some more iron plates. Iron. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get these crafted up, get the fuel rods made. I am going to get all of our heat exchangers and stuff like that made up, and then I will be back. Alright, we are back. Quick update here. We are going... I've done some more research while I was sitting here waiting for all this stuff to do up. We are going to be using a different setup than what I said. I went with someone that I have watched for a long time now. I trust his setup, so that's what I'm going with. We're going to be using these overclocked heat vents, which is going to wind up costing me a lot more resource-wise than what I thought it was going to. But we're going to use those, and we're using these component heat vents Component heat vents, all these are made with just the regular heat vents, which is the motors, the iron plates, the iron bars. The components is that with the 10 plates and the iron bars. The overclocked is with the reactor heat vent and with gold plates. So I have completely run out of wires. I am working on getting more wires done. I've got a little setup here, basically making the motors, putting the motors up here, or not making the motors, making the coils, doing the motors, making the heat vents. I think that actually might be the last one that I need to make. Oh no, I got to make 24 of these, so I've still got quite a few more that I've got to do here. But basically we need 24 of the overclocked vents, and we need 12 of these heat vents. We are also going to be using these reactor platings as a way of, so we can automate these later on, which is lead plates, which I've got, and then we got to make some more advanced alloy. So I have got bronze cooking up over here, so we can get those made. So there's that. Why it there we go. So I've already got all of the components, heat vents made for what we're going to need. Now with this setup, I meant to show you all. If we look at this now, we've got all this space here. Now if we take one of these off, it deletes a row, and you go all the way back down to where you've got start off with just the 3. And I just broke those. Now I've got to remake them. So I completely forgot about that. So that's where we are right now. I am waiting on pieces and parts and doing a lot of crafting. I've been at this now for, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so. I tell you what, it is going to be a long day of crafting for me for sure. To get just the 1 set up, not even just to get the 2 set up. Now I'm out of the 10. Do I not have any more of those? No. I am out of the 10 casings. So that's kind of where we are right now. We need to make some overclocker upgrades. They're not that hard to do. Getting the coolant cell. We've got plenty of lapis. We could probably do it, but even making those, it's going to kill what power we do have. So, as I have nothing else to do today, that's how we're going to do it. So, I will be back when we get some more stuff done. Alright, we are back. I have the last bit of pieces that we need for our reactor. We've got all of that ready to go now. Now our next bit is to get our fuel rods ready. We're going to need 1, 2, 6. I've got those already out here. So for these, why did it not work? Oh. Wait. Oh, forget it. I've gotten tired of waiting on some of this stuff. Some of this, like the iron and stuff like that I have a bunch of, the tin plates and stuff like that. I just decided to go ahead and use our hammer and be done with it. There we go. So 1, Wait, that's not right. There's 4. We need 2 more. And we are 1 iron plate short. Why does that not... Aha! Oh, yeah. There is our fuel rods. Now, before we set all this up, and I got so much stuff running around here that I've been using and making, and all this stuff, though, we've got to go through because we're trying to get to these pellets of RTG fuel. We need plutonium, and the only way to get plutonium is from these fuel rods. So that's why we're doing all this. I want to get through these so we can get into the big reactors, and we're also going to need the pellets of RTG in order to make iridium. That's what all this is for. Anyways, so before we get into that, we need to make some place to store some power, at least until I can get machines set up to where we're using the power. Now we're going to work on, said we were going to make capacitor banks. I believe we may go ahead and do, actually I don't know because I don't know how many ender pearls we have. We've got 6 ender pearls. We're going to, oh, we got to make enderium. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. So we'll go ahead and just make these capacitor banks. We need electrical steel. Now to get silicon, we need, oh, can we only get it out of the sag mill? No, we can put sand in the pulverizer. Should be able to. It's gravel, sand. Get that out of there. So we're going to need, let's see here, that's 4. I'd like to make at least 2 of these. And let's see what we can, oh, it's giving us that. Are we going to have to make the sag mill? It looks to be that way. It's actually not that bad. I think I've still got our 1 machine casing. So I need to make pistons. Do I have crushed obsidian in here? No. So I'll tell you what, let me get the sag mill made up and then I will be back. Alright, we are back. I've got our sag mill ready to go. There we go. So we're going to run this stack through here and then we'll make whatever electrical steel we've got. We are also going to need, that's not what I want, to make these double layer capacitors, which is, that's easy enough to do. Let's go ahead and get that recipe set up. Not in that one, we want that out of here. We'll do that many of them. Don't need a whole lot of them just yet. Where's my sulfur at? Down here. So one thing I like about these storage drawers, you can take like the sulfur where we get several different kinds and we can put it all into one. How did, oh, I took all that stuff out of here. And do I have any coal powder left? I don't know if I do or not. One piece. Alright, so we will let that go. We should have... I don't know why I walked away from this. Alright. So we're going to need iron. Do not have any on me. No. Iron. We are probably sucking our power dry. No, actually we're not. We're keeping up. Alright, while all of that is going on, we need to work on our power transfer. We're going to be converting over to HV stuff. We're going to use a high voltage. We want to be able to really move some power out of this thing. So there's 6 of those, and I should have tons of aluminum. So there's those. We've got the wires we can connect to it. All we need now is our alloys. Actually, I guess while that is going on, we could get some glowstone, some red. Oh, that confused me for a minute. And we need some gold. Do I have any gold? I have a whole stack of it. So while we're waiting on that stuff to finish up, we can go ahead. I still got solarium in there. We need some vibrant alloy. I did get our reactor casings remade. All we needed was the lead plates for it, so that wasn't that bad. So as soon as I get everything together, get these made up, this is going to take a minute. How many of those do we need? We're going to need several of them. So we're going to need a bunch of this stuff. So yeah, let me get this stuff smelted up, and then I will be back. Actually, you know what? We are back. I want to go ahead and make one of these double layer capacitors. We can make that, and we should be able to put it in here, and we can speed this up at least a little bit. So there is that. Now I'm going to actually wind up needing some more basic capacitors. So I've got to make some of those up, because in order to make the single we need doubles, or to make the doubles we need some singles. So I will be back. Alright, we are back. I should have everything that we need in order to do this now. So capacitor banks, we need those, and 2 of those. Now that's all that's just all I'm making for the moment, and for the just more or less for the purposes of making the video. I will go back and make more as off camera. So let's go down here and get all this stuff set up and ready to go. So our capacitor bank, we'll go ahead and just put it, whoa, didn't like it. We're going to go ahead and put that right there. We will connect that to the top of this, and we want that for input. And I don't have a block to stand on. I got any dirt down here? Still got a few. So first thing we're going to do is start getting some farms going. I want to get our redstone seeds, diamond seeds, stuff like that going. I want to try to get away from as much sifting as possible. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. Alright, so hopefully that should transfer all of, or should transfer power to here. Alright, so now we got to get this stuff set up. So this is a setup that I was looking at. So basically, put all of these in a pattern like so. And it sucks that we've got to do this one at a time. I wish these things stacked. It's a lot of stuff to sit and do this with. So there, oh, nope. There is that. Now, all of our component heat vents, put that there. Basically, we want these touching, one of these touching these. So we got this one touching these two, this one here touching these two. You know, we want to make sure we've got one on each one of these. And our last little bit, the reactor casings, platings, these are just going to be put in here as a way so we can automate this later on. Actually, I'll probably do it off camera. Should be able to just put a storage drawer down here with the quad uranium or quad fuel rods going into it, and then one on the side of it pulling it out. That should work. So, but now we can put our fuel rods in the middle, flip our switch. We are 360, and we are, oh, we're getting 1400 RF a tick. So now these things will go and should be able to run. Now I got to keep an eye on this, because as soon as this thing fills up, I need to shut this thing off so we don't blow it up. So my next bit, I want to see, actually I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can't pull stuff. Well, it's not going to matter if we can pull stuff in or out now. We're going to at least try to set it up, and I'm going to have to keep an eye on it to see if it's going to work. So I need storage drawers. 1 and 2. Alright, and we need a filter. I thought I had a filter somewhere. I do. That's not going to work. I need... Actually, you know what? Let's use item ducts. I should be able let's see here. Regular item ducts. It's tin plating, hardened glass, and lead. At least use this for taking it out. That should work. Can I not use that kind of glass? Oh, it's lead. Excuse me. I've lost my marbles. Lead. Okay, you don't want to do it in there. Fine. Where did my lead go? There you go. We'll do it that way. Can't stop me. I'm on a roll today. Tin plate. We got some of that. Item duct. We got some of that. Now we need a swervo. That's iron. Got iron on me. A piece of redstone. A piece of redstone. And a piece of glass. Downstairs we go. Well, my game's getting choppy all of a sudden. Alright, so we want to set this up. That should pull out of there. Should. I always forget which side of the swervo that the servo's supposed to be on. Maybe that won't pull out. May not. Oh no, 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 no. Off. Oh, that was almost bad. Get off there. Oh, that was almost real bad. Alright, so I've got to do some filtering. We've already filled up in that little amount of time our capacitor. So we've got to do some work in order to get that out. Or not get that out, but to get that more. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I got to build a bigger capacitor bank. I got to get our input and output. What does it take to make item conduit? Wow. Holy Lord. Yeah. We'll stick with figuring out with what we've got. We know that we can pull out with this. I can put a transfer node or put a filter in it to block everything other than empty fuel rods. I just got to get an empty fuel rod first. So I got some more crafting and stuff to do. It's awesome. We're transferring 1400 RF. Is that what it was? Actually, I think the hotter this thing gets, the more it'll actually transfer. Maybe. I don't know. But that is not transferring any power now. This has no place to go, so there we go. We are filled up. So now I've got work to do. Get all this stuff, get this done. I got to get everything. I want to build a bigger capacitor bank, and I want to redo all of our wiring to get everything running off of this. This is going to help us out tremendously. I want to get another one of these made. I don't know if it'll be done between now and the next episode, because that was a ton of crafting to do. I have spent almost 2 hours today working on just these two things, and a lot of the crafting that I already had done, or a lot of the crafting that we needed to do, I already had done. So I'm happy. I'm excited. We've got this. We've got power, good power. Now I just got to keep this thing from blowing up, which this setup should be good for that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.